Let's talk about it. 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 On the Vera Thomas Show. Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm so excited that you are here with me today. I'm excited about my guest. She is a legend. Let me pull her up. Hello, Krista. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am blessed. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to share with our audience a little bit about you and then have you share a little bit more. So, Krista Ford has been called a living legend, a pioneer of the sports world. She's broken gender and race barriers. Krista is one of the first women bobsledders in the United States and the first black female bobsledder for the U.S. Women's Olympic team. She was part of the first U.S. Women's Olympic team to earn a medal on the international circuit, silver at International Women's Bobsled Race in 1998. She's defied gender norms in the male dominated sport of powerlifting for more than 40 years. During this time, she's earned the title of world champion. Hear this, 7 times, and national champion 13 times, setting world records along the way. While training others and competing as a professional power lifter, Krista plays it forward in other ways. Her philosophy of talk, teach, coach can be seen on how she shares her experience, knowledge, and passion for living the magic of life. It is this philosophy she shares that has allowed her to be free, to be strong, and power filled even through adversity.
Mhm.
Krista's book, Krista's Promise, is a memoir that will inspire while sharing secrets to living the magic of life is expected this fall. In the meantime, discover your power with Krista on her website at powerbykrista.com or by following her on social media. And that's again Powered by Krista on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So let's get into this now. So, Krista, what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask you to take a few minutes and share with our audience a little bit more about you. Share a little bit about how you grew up, what gave you this purpose and this passion, and what has driven you to be a power lifter for over 40 years.
Okay, so I grew up in Indianapolis, Indiana. I have a sister who is more the brainiac. I was always the bronze. And I took to athletics and physical fitness since I can remember when I was like 5 years old. I was running around all the time. I always wanted to be active. I was always outside. I was always playing dodgeball, kickball, everything I could think of, hide and go seek. I was just always outside playing with my friends all the time. Then when I got in grade school at a young, early age, I started realizing I'm pretty good at a lot of this stuff. So I started kind of implementing all that I like to do outside and actually being able to be a part of certain teams. Like when I was on the dodgeball team, they'd always pick me because they knew I was pretty decent, and then kickball the same way. So I just started noticing on early that I was chosen a lot when we had lined up everybody and you pick your team. I would always get picked to be on like the better team. And so them taken with that, I just took to sports and recreational activities and everything growing up like candy for me. I just loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved running, skipping, hopping, jumping, playing, just and playing with friends and kids and just having a good time. And I love that camaraderie of a team. I always liked that. I was always a good team player. I always wanted to see the other person win and so forth and so on. So this started out at a very, very when I was that little age, about that tiny. So my childhood grew up with that, just being very active all the time. Whereas my sister would be inside reading a book, I would be outside playing with everybody. So that was kind of how that went. You're
Yes, that's amazing because at an early age, the age of 5,
yeah,
you knew that you wanted to be involved in something that was physical.
absolutely.
And I can't even imagine what it feels like to want for everyone to want you on their team. I was the one that everybody said, "Do we have to have her?" So I was more like your sister, I guess. And
Uh-huh.
so yeah, so I have no idea what that feeling is like,
It's a
but
lot of
any
fun.
I'm
It's
sure it
it's
is.
a lot
I'm
of
sure
fun.
it
Yeah,
is.
it really
And
was.
so how did you get into um this um
Powerlifting.
I want to say body lifting, but it's not. It's
My
power
powerlifting.
lifting.
My
How did
powerlifting.
you get into powerlifting? Share that
Okay,
story.
so I'll fast forward all this. So when I was in high school, I was on the golf team. I was on the track and field team. I was in ROTC that had everything, a lot of physical fitness with that. So I was on these different teams in high school, and so my goal was to go to the Olympics for track and field. I was a sprinter. That was my goal. Until my track coach, his name was John Ritter, just like the actor, he said to me, "Krista, you'd be a better weightlifter." And I was like, at 17, I'm like, what weightlifting sports are out here that I can do? And then he explained to me a couple of them. He said, Olympic lifting, where you see the girls and the guys jerking the weight over their head, that's in the Olympics. That's one. Then he explained to me powerlifting. He said, that's another sport that you squat the weight, bench press the weight, and deadlift the weight. So the strongest man or woman win with that, the same way with the Olympic lifting. And he explained one more, but strongman wasn't out then, where the guys are pulling the planes and stuff. That wasn't out back in the 80s. Okay. So he just said, you'd be better off for that. You should look into that. So I said, okay. Fast forward and all of that. I moved out to California at 17. I got with a lady who owned a gym. I became a member there. She taught me a lot that I needed to know about weightlifting and being in the gym, actually lifting the weights and doing aerobics and cardio and everything physical. And that's how this whole thing started. So it started out there in Cali, and then I brought it back home and I started bodybuilding as the sport first. And then I switched over to powerlifting from bodybuilding. So all in all the women, all the guys, young, old, it don't matter. We all in the gym lifting weights, lifting iron, but it's just certain sports that are separate of what you do once you get in the sport. So I went from bodybuilding on the stage like Arnold and showing off what I look like, and then I got out of that and went into straight into powerlifting from there, and that's what I've been doing ever since. That's a lot of love right there. You know what? Your mic is off. Your mic is off.
Oh my goodness, I need to
Now
stop
go back and
talking.
see what you just said because your mic was off.
Okay. All right. So there's body lifting, there are weightlifting. There are three different ones, right?
There's more now, but yes, originally it started out bodybuilding. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger when he got on the stage and they oil your body up and you look and you showing off what you look like, all your muscles, the guys and the girls. Then you got powerlifting, which is our sport, which you go into competition and you you
On.
lift you lift the most weight in those three disciplines. And then you got Olympic lifting that's in the Olympics that you see the guys and girls are jerking the weight over their head. We do everything under our neck. So we squat the weight on our back. We bench press off of a bench. We don't do anything over our head. They do. Okay. So so that those three. Now you got strongman, where you see on TV where the guys have got the big Atlas stones and they're putting them up and they're pulling the planes. Those are powerlifters, but the sport is called strongman. And you have one more out here. CrossFit is starting to become a lot of weightlifters in there too as well. But you have another one called the Highland Games. And that's what you'll see on TV sometimes with the guys that have the kilts on, like from Ireland, and they're throwing the poles and stuff, like the light poles outside. They'll just toss them and stuff. So they're doing a lot of feats of strength too with that. So actually it's about 5 or 6 out here now.
Oh my goodness. Well, let me give the audience an idea of what it is that you do. So let me pull up this video.
Okay.
Do it. Do it. Got this. Let's go.
Okay, big breath there.
Squat.
Wow.
Now that was a world record right there.
Oh my, and how much weight was that?
It was 501 pounds.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'6". And the weight class that I did that in was 198 pounds for women. But now I'm in my age class, so it's a little bit different. So I hold that Oxford record right there for squat at 628 pounds. That was years ago, and I still have it though. But that was in a different weight class. So now that was the 181. That's how much I weighed that weight class. I slammed that, got that long time ago, and it's still steady there. Now that one I just broke. The real record was like 400 and something pounds. So I broke it by 100 pounds.
Wow. Wow.
So as you get older in this sport, you have age categories. So now I'm just getting older, but I'm able to lift in my age category and still stay in my weight category. So now I'm not going to tell you what our age class I'm in now, but it's not where I was then. But
right.
It's nice though, because you can still lift with people of your age bracket. This is
wow.
fair, you know.
So how many women are involved in this sport now at this point in time?
There's a lot. There's a lot of us around the world and around the nation now. It used to not be as many when I came up. Now it's starting to become more Black women. Now, before, when I first started, I could tell you in my federation, I came in, 2 Black women were leaving out, and I kind of came in and there wasn't very many women in the sport. There's Black guys, white women, but not a lot of Black women. But now it's different. So in the nation, there's a lot more women involved in this now, because everybody's just trying to get stronger and have better health and fitness and just live longer. So they know if they can get stronger, that'll help them when they get older. If they fall, they'll be able to take care of themselves a little bit better, things like that.
That's amazing. Now, let me ask you, do you have to adhere to a certain diet or anything like that to keep your strength and to stay healthy? Are there certain things that you eat and concentrate on?
I try to eat decent, but I do not diet, because I don't think that's realistic for you to live off of a diet for the rest of your life. But as powerlifters and Olympic lifters and anybody who's out here that are actually doing strength sports like we do, you have to keep your strength up. In order to keep your strength up, you need to keep carbs in you, pastas, potatoes, breads. You got to eat. You can't be starving yourself and think you're going to go lift anything heavy, because it's not going to work. So I try to eat decent. I just don't diet. I do a lot of protein, chicken, tuna, turkey, fish, veggies, all that kind of stuff. But I eat. most power lifters eat. They eat a lot. They eat, especially the real big guys and even the bigger women overseas, that we all eat. We don't sit around and count calories. We don't go, oh, we can't eat that. No, we just eat because they know at the end of the day, you still got to get in your weight class. So you want to try to, keep everything balanced out. But at the end of the day, the strongest woman and the strongest man win. That's it. So you either lift it or you don't. You either have the energy to lift it or you don't. But for me, most power lifters just eat, eat, eat. We eat as much as we
Right. And the thing is, it's not so much constantly eating, but what you're eating. You
exactly.
know,
Exactly. That's
I
true.
mean, you can
That's
eat
true.
all day long, but if you're putting poisons in your system instead of nutrition,
Exactly.
that
Exactly.
makes a difference.
Spot on. You right on that one. That's absolutely true. So you want to try to eat. If you got to eat a lot, eat good stuff or eat better. But don't be sitting out here trying to eat all Popeye's chicken and all kinds of stuff all day long. It's just not going to work for you. And you're going to feel horrible when you're actually lifting these weights. If you got all that crap inside of you, it's just a horrible feeling. So, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Now we have a couple of pictures of you with a couple other people.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull that up, and if you can explain this young lady and
Okay.
what this picture is all about.
So I was just out in Joliet, Illinois, back in February, just in February. And this was one of the young students that I was working with. There was a whole group of them. They were at Joliet Central High School. And I was working with all of them in this room. She was just one of them that stuck around. And I was just teaching them a little bit of technique about squat, bench, and deadlift. So they're in their gym in the high school there. And this was just one of the young ladies. I was showing her how to squat. She did pretty decent too. So she just said, can I take a picture and stuff? So I worked with all those kids. There was a lot of them. There was all these like groups of them that I just worked together on their periods when they were in the gym right there working out. So she was I can't remember the little girl's name, but she was really sweet.
And it's amazing. The high school actually had a gym with
Oh, yeah.
weights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Have you found that to be a norm?
Now, even when I was in high school, we had a gym, but it wasn't nothing like this now. We didn't have near the equipment. We have a couple of dumbbells here and there, a couple of things, but nothing to the magnitude where it's at now. Yes, that was a little different for me because I wasn't used to that at all. Yeah.
Well, not being very athletically inclined, I don't remember if we had bell bars or not.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Because it wasn't, most high schools, even growing up, they had a track so you could run track and field. They had a basketball court, you had all that, but you didn't hardly see too much
Right,
gym equipment in a gym atmosphere like that.
right.
That's
I've
true.
never seen it,
Yeah, that's true.
actually.
That's true.
Okay, so tell me about this picture.
Okay. So I just got back from Salt Lake City, Utah, but I was actually in Idaho Falls, Idaho, helping two of my lifters. That's me coaching them. I just got back from that competition. And those two, it's a husband and wife team. They're named Liz and Tom Lewis. She's 61, he's 66. That was their second powerlifting competition they've ever done underneath me. They did another one last year, was the first time. This guy's name is Shane. I met him for the first time at that meet just a week and a half ago. I was out there. This guy is 74 years old. It was his first powerlifting meet ever in life. And I said, I got to take a picture with this guy because
Yes,
he never powerlifted before in his life. He didn't know anything about squat, bench, or deadlift. He had never competed. And this was his first day competing. And he came
wow.
here only to do one thing, though. He came here to just bench press. So that was all he did. He didn't squat or deadlift, but he just bench pressed. He did really well. And he's just a nice guy. And he came up to me, started talking to me. And I was like, wow. And then I found out his age. And I was like, he just said he wanted to try it. And he just tried it. And that was it. So that was Shane. I just met him. He's very new to me.
Wow, now it's amazing that a 74-year-old would decide to do this at this point in time in his life, which tells us
Yes,
that this is not about age.
it
It's
has
about your
nothing.
desire to do this stuff, and
Well,
it's
you
a
got
mindset,
the mind thing. It's all
Yes,
mind. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes. Well, I'm going to pull up a couple other demonstrations
Okay.
and then okay, let me do that first.
So that was the same one. That was the one.
Oh,
That was the world record.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
that's okay.
okay,
I think I sent you two.
okay.
But
Well,
if you want me to just, yeah, I was gonna say because that's the same one. So that was that
okay,
world record I just did last year.
okay. And then this one.
This is a great one. Yeah. Okay.
Let's go. One. Hit.
That was last year.
Wow. And how
Okay.
much
So
weight was that?
that was four, and that's not my best either. That was 407, 407 pounds. Um,
Wow.
and that's the deadlift. So that's the last of the three disciplines. So you start out with squat, what you saw me do the first time when I had the bar on my back, I went down and up. That's first. Then in between there is your bench press. You sit on the bench, you press it off of your chest, and you rack it and get off the platform. And then that third one is deadlifts. So that's your last discipline of the day. And all you got to do is they take the best out of 3 attempts out of each discipline, the best. They add it together. They give a total of how much you lifted in pounds for the whole day, and that's how you get your winner. But you get 3 attempts to go up, go up, go up to get your maximum weight on each discipline, and then they add those maximum weights together, and that's how you get a
Wow.
winner. Just
That's
pretty simple.
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's simple for you. Oh my
But you know what?
goodness.
Anything would be simple for anybody if you've been doing it for 4 decades now. So you're going to get good at whatever you do if you keep staying with it and constantly little baby steps and keep going. You're going to eventually get to be where it's not a problem anymore. It's really easy. But, that comes with a lot of years of just constantly doing what's in your heart.
Okay. Well, here we are. Okay, so here's let's look at a 74-year-old
Okay.
that's watching this video and
Okay.
they're thinking, that's something I might want to try. So
Okay.
how would they start? What would be the beginning process for that?
Now, see, nowadays it's different because it used to be you could look in we got a magazine called Powerlifting USA, and you could find out all this great information and stuff like this. And the competitions are in the back of the book. Now everything's online. My advice to anybody who's older or younger or everybody wants to get into the sport, you need to find out who can teach you the sport well. And the only time you can do that is that you got to look up folks and see who is the GOATs of the sport, if you can. You want to get with the right people, the right time through the shoot to teach you how to technically lift weights like this, because this is all technical.
Now,
And
is this something that you do as a part of your business? You're a trainer?
I'm a trainer,
Um,
a coach. So I teach this. I teach this and I actually still compete in it. So yes. So if they wanted to find me, just look me up. This is KRISTA Ford. I'm all over the internet. And then you can find me. But you want to get with somebody who really honestly that is professional. They know what they're doing. They've got multiple records behind them. They have a lot of years behind them because they want to teach you. The biggest thing to me, Vera, is you got to keep people safe. You can get hurt with this, and you want to just stay safe with it. So you want to get the proper training, and you want to get a person who actually, guy or girl, it doesn't matter. They got to know what they're talking about, for one, to keep you safe and teach you. So yeah.
so I know you're in the Georgia area, but if say there was someone somewhere else that
Okay.
wanted to learn this, um, do you have videos or do you work with them online as
I do.
well?
I do. So those 2 lifters that I just showed you that I said it was out in Utah, I've been Zooming with them. That's how I've been teaching them.
Wow.
And what they do is I show them what to do. I give them videos of me. They'll go in the gym. They'll videotape themselves. They'll come back to me. We'll do it online together, and we'll look and I'll critique them. That's how I taught them in the first place how to do it.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, I'm in Atlanta, but I can Zoom and help anybody. It doesn't matter. Or I just jump on a plane and come, just like I just went out there to help them, coach them. I was out there with them to make sure they were okay. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I'm going to go to commercial.
Okay.
And then we're going to come back and talk about your book and what is this magic of life. Okay. So we'll be right back.
Okay.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Hey there, Jason McNamara here, and I'm about to drop something truly game-changing your way. Are you tired of the same old 9-to-5 grind? Feeling stuck in obtaining the life you deserve and craving something more? Well, listen up, because I've got something you will not want to miss. Introducing the No More 9-to-5 Club Professional Membership, your ticket to freedom and success in the entrepreneurial world. With our professional membership, you'll get access to weekly coaching sessions, pre-recorded trainings, and a vibrant community of fellow game changers. You get access to technology that will allow you to automate passive income streams, as well as unlock all of our expert-led trainings in the back office so you know where to go for good advice when you need it. You will also use the club to build up a residual income stream with a 2-tier 33% affiliate commission unlocked at this level, allowing you to help people help themselves while generating a residual passive income stream for yourself. And here's the kicker. For a limited time, you can unlock all of this just for a $1.11 donation to our club foundation.
I like this one.
Your first month is on us. So what's holding you back? Click the link below, make your donation, and let's start building the life and business of your dreams together. Here at the No More 9-to-5 Club, we're all about turning dreams into reality and smashing through those glass ceilings.
That's what I'm talking about, Jake.
Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, we've got the tools and support you need to thrive and evolve. And don't forget to sign up for our bootcamp training. It's the perfect way to kickstart your journey and unlock even more perks. So what are you waiting for? Join the No More 9-to-5 Club today, and let's make those dreams a reality. I can't wait to see you on the inside. You only get one now. Invest it in your better future. Let's make magic happen together.
Tell you a little bit about No More 9-to-5. It is a networking mastermind, all-in-one training opportunity where if you are, let's say you do work a 9-to-5, but you're looking for other ways to generate income, residual income, or maybe even looking at, is there something else I can do other than work a 9-to-5? You want to become a part of this club. And you can join for $1.11. And those proceeds go to the veterans. That is the platform that all proceeds for No More 9-to-5 support. Again, this is for people that do have a 9-to-5 and those who do not, and you want to network, you want to get additional training, you want to be exposed, you want residual income. Check out No More 9-to-5 Club. I have put the information in the comments so you can check it out now, or well, no, not now. You want to stay with this show, but check it out later. Check it out later. And let me
introduce you to ChatBridge. It's a revolutionary new solution for getting great results from your online networking. Today, online networking has become the standard for millions of professionals. However, getting results from your meetings can be a daunting task. But now that challenge has been solved. Everyone knows how hard virtual meeting follow-up is. You go to an online meeting where at the end, people say save the chat to follow up. And now you have a nearly unusable and ugly chat text file to work with. You can now say goodbye to the hassles of downloaded Zoom-type chat records. For the first time, with the introduction of this new ChatBridge tool, You have a simple system to easily import, search, review, follow up, and find opportunities with the people you meet in all of your virtual networking meetings. And we also made it easy to archive all of your chat files and information on the people you met networking for future use. And it doesn't stop there. With ChatBridge, when you select people to follow up with, you can view their exact posts and even click into their website, LinkedIn profile, or Facebook page if they shared it. Then you can import your selected contacts into the powerful EngageFlow system or export your contacts to your CRM, email tool, or autoresponder. Following up and getting great results from online networking is now easy and just a click away. Experience the power of the new ChatBridge, and you'll quickly see how to find new clients, get more referrals, speaking opportunities, and JV partners. There's nothing like it. Find out now how economical and easy it is to get the results you want from online networking at chatbridgeconnect.com.
Let me tell you, if you go to a lot of networking events and you save the chat, it goes in a folder, a Zoom folder, and when you open it, you see all this scribbled, garbledy junk, But with ChatBridge, one click and your chats are organized in alphabetical order with a column for the name, a column for the phone numbers, and links to their social media, as well as the conversation that went on during the course of the chat. The easiest, simplest way to stay in touch with people and stay connected with those that you're networking with. I have put in the chat a free test run of ChatBridge. Check it out. It is a game changer, let me tell you. And I have two more and then we'll talk.
Mama Knows creates high-quality products that are available to be used on multiple textures of hair. Her goal is to bridge the gap to stop people from having to use multiple products because of families with multiple hair types. Her products are currently being used on men, women, children of all ethnicities. Mama Knows products are available at www.mamaknowsproducts.com. That's www.mamaknowsproducts.com. You can also find her on Instagram at Mama Knows Products because, Mama knows what you need.
Mama knows what you need. Let me tell you about these products. First of all, they smell great. They're shampoos, conditioners, moisturizers, hair serums, and they're for all ethnicities. Boys, girls, men, and women. You want to check out mamaknowsproducts.com. Why? Because Mama knows what you need.
You amazing souls. I see that you have a lot of questions, and I understand. And all this is about the upcoming mental health conference right here in New York City on the 24th and 25th of April. I understand more than anyone else, attending an in-person conference is very overwhelming. And you may have a lot of concerns about the audience and selling your products and the value of your talk. However, I want to assure you that as a speaker, your voice and experiences have immense value. Your journey, struggles, and the person you have become are incredibly powerful, and by sharing your story on stage, you're offering something unique and impactful. Remember that you are not just selling a product or service, but rather sharing a part of yourself that can inspire and make a difference in the lives of those who listen. As for attendees, please believe in the influence you have cultivated through your followers. New York City is a vibrant hub of energy, and I have no doubt that many of your amazing followers will be eager to hear you speak and meet you in person. as well as experience incredible energy. You have to share. Your presence alone will be a magnet for those who resonate with your message. You see, I speak from experience when I say that this conference is an opportunity for you to make a significant impact. Your trauma talk is a vision that has been brewing for a while. Now it is a reality. See that? I want to encourage you now to click that link and help me to make a difference right now. All you need to do is take the first step and invest in yourself and register, and Ra will meet you in person in New York City, where we can connect and share more powerful energy. This is Ra, and I love you all.
Your trauma talk. If you've got a story, if you've gone through a bunch of trauma, drama, and maybe even abuse, all those things happen so that we can share our stories to help other people know and recognize they're not alone, and this too shall pass. Well, you want to come to New York in June for the No More, or for your Trauma Talk event. And it's going to be on Broadway. The venue is on Broadway. And I'm telling you, Rahul has so much planned for the speakers, opportunity to network, not only and share your story and sell your products, goods, or services. So check out the link. It's in the comments. Your Trauma Talk in New York City in June. So check it out. Check it out. All right. Now, let's get back to now I do have others, but you know what? I want to go ahead and pull up your book, because I know it is power packed with a lot of information that we can share with the audience. Now, you said it's coming out in the fall.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this book.
Yeah. That's God's project right there.
Awesome.
So this is a self-help spiritual memoir. So it's about my life, but I'm just the vessel. So I'm getting ready to tell my whole life, most of it, in this book, to be able to help others to understand how do you live the magic of life. Well, this book is telling some of it about so far of what's going on. So it's a memoir, and like I said, I'm excited about it because this is my first book ever. I collaborated with a friend of mine, and we wrote it together because I kept telling her I'm an athlete, I'm not a writer, and she's like, "Well, I'm a writer, but you journal, so we're gonna pull this together." So that's where this book is, and it's called KRISTA's Promise. You'll have to get the book to know what my promise was, but it was a promise that I made to God. And now here we go.
And here we are.
This is what's come out of it. Yes, exactly.
That's awesome. Well, I really want to talk about the magic.
Okay.
Tell me about this. How do people recognize their full potential and who they are and their purpose, and get that magic that our title is all about? So share a little bit more about the magic of life.
I'm still learning the magic of life, to tell you the truth. I'm in a constant, repetitive state of learning here. Okay. But what it is, I did a lot of diving into learning what the law of attraction is. How do you get yourself vibrated up here and leveling up here and being with you and God in this universe and all this energy? So what I started doing was just diving into that. And then I started realizing, I made myself a vision board. These are very good things to start with. So you just get a nice big board and you start pasting on this board things that you want to see happen in your life. Whether that be you want this certain partner, or you want this thing to come true. It doesn't necessarily have to be materialistic. It can be something like I had on this vision board years ago, this book, you see. So you start learning how to live the magic of life by first and foremost It's up here. You got to start believing what you want to see happen to you in the first place. Once you get that in here, then you start speaking it out. And then what happens is those things that you're speaking out into the world, into the universe, into people and places, things, all those things start coming together and coming back to you. So that's really the magic of life. It's what we think about, we bring about. And that's how life is, period. All of us have a purpose while we're walking on this earth. That's what a lot of this book is going to talk about. It's going to talk about we are all innately here for a reason. You got to find out what your reason is. So in finding that out, you start walking the magic of life, because all of a sudden, all this stuff that you are putting out here starts coming back to you in a good way. Also, if you put stuff that's bad out here, guess what? The bad stuff's going to come back on you too. So you got to be real careful of what you are projecting out here and what you're saying and what you're speaking and things of that nature. So that's really the magic of life, is finding out. And these are my mantras. I say, this is one mantra I say every day. And it is the law of attraction. How do you live this magic of life? This is simple. This is it. Decide what you want in life. Believe you can have it. Believe you deserve it. And believe it is possible for you. You take that mantra, put it out here in the world, in the universe. That's what you want to see happen. And watch what happens. The magic starts coming back to you. But you have to believe that this is what you want for you in your life. Everybody has a different reason in their life what they want. And whatever makes you happy, you need to start open your mouth and put it out here and tell the whole world, including God and the universe, what you want. What do you want? What do you want to see happen with your life? And it will start doing this. It'll just turn. It'll come right back around for you. And it'll just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and rising you up further and further. So your goals, whatever you want to do to make yourself better in life, it will start happening. It has to, because you're putting out the good stuff out there. So everything you're thinking about, the vision board and everything, if you're constantly looking at this vision board every day, everything on that vision board is going to come true at some point in your life. It has to, because that's your focal thought. That's your main primary thought. I want to see this. And all of a sudden, it'll start coming up. And that's what I have been really learning about, what the magic of life is. And then also you start getting all these omens, all these signs, boom, boom, boom. You're like, oh, okay. All right. I'm on path. I got it right. Okay. And you have a lot of lessons to be learned in that too, because the enemy does just as much good or bad, bringing into distractions in your life to try to get you out of that train of thought. That's where you got to be strong and be intentional of what you need to just walk intentional. What do you want? What do you want to see happen? Yeah, that's what the magic of life really is.
Yes, and everything you talked about is so true. And you talked about the positive or the negative. Whatever you want to throw out there, it's going to come back to you. And even Job said, and I was on a certification earlier, and we were talking about the same stuff, mindset. And even Job said, that which I feared has come upon me. And oftentimes, rather than thinking about the positive things that we want to happen in our lives, rather than thinking about our purpose and our passion and our vision, we're thinking about the doubt and the fear, and this is not going to happen. And when we think those thoughts, we're bringing that stuff to us.
Oh my.
And so thoughts are things, and we are what we think about all day long. And the vision board is a reminder, because if you can see it, you can have it.
You're right.
Again, if you can see it in your mind's eye, if you can see it on a vision board, it can happen. Now, it may not happen exactly when you want it to happen. Exactly. It may be years down the road, but it will happen. I'm still waiting for this one. I accidentally left it in Georgia because it was on the wall. But oh, by the way, everybody, I'm back in Canton, Ohio. So anyway,
She was here. She was here with me in
I
Atlanta.
was here, I was there, but the Lord brought me back to
That's right.
Ohio.
You
So
got to go where
that
He tell
I
you to go.
gotta
Yeah.
go where He says
Yeah.
go,
Yeah.
even if you,
Yeah.
even reluctantly. But you
Yes.
got obedience is better than sacrifice.
You
But
sure.
getting back to the mindset and the visualization and the belief. Now you said decide what you want, believe
Believe.
it is what you want, and what were
Believe you
the
can
other
have it.
two?
Yeah. Decide what you want. Believe you can have it. Believe you deserve it. So that's another big thing. You gotta know in your heart you're a good person and you deserve good stuff coming to you. And then you got to know it is possible to happen. That's where you just said about the fear and stuff. That's where the enemy comes in and starts getting you all these distractions and this fear, because it's like, and if you stop believing that you can't have it in the first place, then it starts going downhill. And then you got to figure out how to pull it back up. It'll just go zip, just like that. And
Yes.
you'll give up. Most people just give up the thought. They say, it's not possible for me. And then they stop putting it out there like that. But yeah.
Right. And, we're talking about belief. And I do have a poem I want to share that I share all the time, but it's just so appropriate for what
Yes.
we're talking about right now. So, what I want to say now, let me first say that Krista had a dream from the time she was 5 years old. She knew she wanted to do something physical. She wanted to be athletic, and
Yeah.
she demonstrated it throughout
Yeah.
her childhood, teenage years, and even now.
Yeah.
Even now. And so, what I want to say to my audience, hold fast to your dreams.
Mm,
Even if at times it seems it may not come true,
mm.
living your dreams will depend on you. The roads we take, the paths we choose are necessary to live our dreams through. Now, there may be detours,
Mm.
winding roads,
Lot of them.
and wrong turns,
Lot of them.
all of which are lessons to be learned. As
Yes.
your journey unfolds, you'll realize your goals. What a beautiful story soon to be told. So, audience, hold fast. Hold fast to your dreams. And in order for your dreams to become a reality, you gotta take action. Things will happen. Persist and you will gain. Pursue your goals day by day. Your life will not be the same. Dream dreams without hesitation. Visualize them. See them every day.
Mm, mm.
Feel the excitement, exaltation while you're on your way. You
Oh.
got to have that passion, that purpose, and you got to have that belief.
Mm,
Don't give up on yourself.
mm,
Don't give up on your dreams.
mm,
Visualize them, see them every day. All
mm.
right, back to you.
That is so powerful. What you just said it all right there. You got to believe.
You
You
got to
got to have
believe.
faith and you got to trust. You got to trust that I know, like I know, like I know everything is on its way. You got to know that. You got to say that every day. I know, like I know, like I know it's all coming. And you're right. Our timing is different. I always say to people, you want to make God laugh, tell him what your plan is. And
Oh, absolutely.
look, I don't have it planned for you that way. I might have it planned down here that way, but not right now. So I make that joke all the time, but I'm so serious because some of the stuff that I saw 10 years ago, I thought I should have been where I'm at here 10 years ago. Oh, I wasn't ready. And that wasn't the plan. And that's why I said you can make them laugh like that. I'm like, God, I should have been here by now. And he's like,
Right.
not yet.
Well,
not yet.
I know. Well, let me tell you, because I was in Kentucky, and I remember standing in my living room, crying.
Yep.
And it's like, Lord, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen?
Yeah.
And I heard this still small voice that said, just like this. Well, Sarah was 90 when the promise was fulfilled.
Hello.
And I'm like, I know you're not telling me I got to wait until I'm 90
Until I'm
years
90 years
old.
old.
I'm 90, really, Lord? Really? But anyway, so you're right. And we can't rush him.
Mm-mm.
You know, as long as we're moving in our purpose and our passion, he's going to bring what's needed. And I'm telling you, when you're walking in your purpose and your passion, the things you need, the people you need, the doors
They
you need to
come.
open,
They
the
come.
opportunities you need,
Yep.
they come.
They come. They all come. You just got to be patient, and you got to be obedient. You
Yes.
got to do, and I've gone all kinds of ways with that one. I just
Well,
do, no, God, I got this. And he's like, all right, you go on and take it then. If you think you got control of it, he just stand back and go, okay, bye-bye. We'll see how you work out this thing. And then I come
yeah.
back and going, I'm sorry, I was wrong.
Hey, and sometimes the disobedience can be very, very costly.
It can be.
But anyway, instead of me talking about that, I want you to share some of your experiences with obedience, with waiting, with being patient, with trusting. Yes.
Well, I can attest to something right now that is happening in my life. For the first time in my life, I went through a trauma-filled relationship of almost 17 years of my life that took that long of a time before God finally just shut the door and said, listen, don't open this door back up because I got something planned for you, and this is not a part of your journey. So where I'm at currently right now in my life, I am in this total isolation period, which I am not familiar with. I have never been here before. And in this isolation period, it's like God saying to me this, I need you all to myself right now, because this journey that we're on that now, this book, there's possibly going to be a movie behind this book and a documentary. This is huge. He needs me focused. He needs me undistracted, and he needs me all to himself. And this is very unfamiliar with me. So right now, where I'm at right now, I have got to stay obedient. This is tough because I'm not used to being in this place. I'm used to having all of my friends around me. My circle, Vera, is starting to get this small of friends that used to be my friends for decades. They are no longer my friends no more, because once you elevate up here, these people are used to you being down here. And they're like, oh, you can't come out and play no more because you're down here. And I'm like, no, unless you come up here with me, I don't have time for that no more. So I'm in this huge obedient isolation period for me. And now I am really, for the first time in my life, starting to learn about KRISTA. I thought I knew me until now, until I'm in this period where I have to trust, I have to believe in myself. I have to know, like I know that this was the path that was going to take all along. So I've gone through all the trials, and even right now, I think this is the hardest because yes, I've gotten here. Yes, the book is about done. This was all his project in the first place. So he's sending me all my provisions I need. He's sending me the people I need to be cultivated in this team I have around me. He's sending me the places, the opportunities, the time. Everything is being sent to me. But I have to sit back here and be very patient with this. And it's rough. It's tough to sit in this spot right now because there's nothing you can do. The only thing that he keeps doing that's wonderful here is he keeps proving to me all these miracles. He just dropping them in my lap. He's like, KRISTA, you stay obedient, and I'm going to drop you this. You stay obedient, I'm going to drop you this. And that's what's going on with me in my life right now. So it's been a lot of trials and tribulations, but this is the first time I've had to deal with coming out of a narcissistic, trauma-bonded relationship, period. I ain't never did that for my life. Trying to heal, stay isolated, not be in a relationship, and trust God right now. That's where I'm at. And I'm seeing it though. He's showing me at the stroke of midnight all the time. Here, this is for you being obedient. I'm gonna send you that omen. I'm gonna send you that omen today. And that's what he's been doing. He's been sending people to me and taking people out of my life that does not need to be there. And I thought they were my friends, and come to find out certain things different. You really start seeing who's in your corner or not. When you start vibrating up here, it shocked me. I was very surprised. So,
You know, and sometimes, I mean, not sometimes, I think you isolating yourself and getting back to you, thinking that you knew who you were, and now through this isolation, your other things about yourself is uncovering and revealing itself to you. And sometimes that's the only way it's going to be revealed, is when you are by yourself, when you are focused on yourself, and not allowing all the noise to impact on your life. And so one of the things, can you just kind of give some examples of some of the things that are happening without divulging stuff that you don't want to divulge, but just kind of share with our audience some of these miracles that are happening in your life?
Well, one of the biggest ones is for me right now, because I just keep getting a lot of stroke of midnight miracles. That's how he does with me. I don't know what that is. He'll take me all the way down to the very end, and he'll throw something my way, and he'll fix it real quick. So the journey that I'm on right now, he's been giving me a lot of miracles with this book. He sent me to the right publishing company to publish this book. He has put around me the right people to teach me how this works, this literary world. I had no clue on none of this stuff. So the miracles that are happening right now have a lot to do with this journey I'm on with the book. And he's sending me film producers that say they are definitely interested in this story. And I'm just like, wow, how do you go from being a world-class powerlifter and an athlete to people are interested actually in your story because it is movie worthy, if you might say. So here's another thing. I was the first Black female to ever bobsled, period, in the sport. So in the world, I'm a pioneer, right? God knew this long time ago. I never thought much about it, until now. Then when I'm talking to the film producers, they're saying, you're a what? And I was like, I'm a pioneer. They was like, that's movie worthy immediately. They didn't even have to know nothing else about my life, but to say I was the first Black female to do anything. And I was like, so these are the things that God is setting in place with me, my miracles. It's like he's sending me the right people to talk to. He's sending me the counterfeit people that are coming in. He's giving me clarity and discernment like crazy. These people coming in and I'm like, I'm getting something off of their energy and I'm just like pushing them off, right? Whereas before I would give people a chance. So let's just say the biggest thing that God is, he's teaching me a lot of stuff right now through giving me these miracles, through making sure that the right tribe of people are around me to go on this journey with me, that I do not get derailed any kind of way right now, because this is so important that this message with this book, when it comes out, it's all about him. It's all about how this is his project. So he's going to give me everything I need. That's what I keep seeing. These little miracles that keep coming, it has everything to do with this is his project. Alls I am the vessel. But when it gets out here, I'm going to tell the whole world about how God has done me in my life. And I got proof of all of it. Like, I really literally have proof. And there's one other thing I want to tell you that was a huge miracle with me. God retired me from ever working again a day of my life 2 years ago. God did that, not humans. So I was never at no job longer than 9 years total. How is it that God retired me from being ever having to work again? Because all of my life, most of my life, I have worked a 9-to-5 job. Wow. And that was my prayer a long time ago. It was my dream long time ago. I said I wanted to be retired before I was 60. This is what I told God a long time ago. And all of a sudden, you know how you go, like the whole heavens open up. And it just happened that I was in the right place at the right time. And God said, I'm retiring you right now. And he freed me up. That was the biggest miracle right now. I've got all this free time to do this, what we're doing now. Now, if I was at my job, I wouldn't be able to do this. Right. I wouldn't be able to go out to Salt Lake and handle my people. I would not be able to be accessible like I am now. And I know this was all the plan in the first place. And so when I tell that story, I'm going to shout this to the world. When I get out, I'm going to tell them about all these stories. I'm like, you tell me how that's possible. How is it possible? I ain't had no job no longer than 9 years, but I'm retired. You tell me how that works.
Only but God. Well, listen, can you believe we have ran out of time?
Okay. Oh.
We've gone over.
Little kid. I don't want to go and keep talking. No,
this has been amazing. We will come. You will come back again when the book is ready to be released.
Yes.
Let's come back and talk some more and get people involved in what they're doing and what you're doing. Okay. Well, listen, God bless you. Thank you so much for being on my show. And we'll see you all next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And if you could hold on, I would appreciate it. All right. So to my audience, take care and God bless you and just have a wonderful, wonderful.
The Vera